Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Shane and I are back for Survivor 50, episode 10, and back with us since last year's What If, we have Tracy from Survivor Micronesia, fans versus favorites. Tracy, welcome back.
Thank you for having me, guys.
So, Tracy, you played with both Ozzy and Cirie, and they're both still in the game. I mean, what are your thoughts on season 50 and both Ozzy and Cirie's games so far?
Man, well, you know what I said? I did another podcast and I was talking about they need to get her out, Cirie, or she's going to run the gamut. And she's now moved. Her Tetrix has moved into position and she is ready to go. And it's going to be very hard now because Devin's the only one that's going to be able to flip on her because he will. And I just, Ozzy's, she's going to take him as long as she needs.
Right.
The challenges, I think, were geared a little bit more for Cirie.
Yeah.
Especially when she went to exile. I'm like, come on, how, you know, and then what happened to Christian? I mean, it's just crazy. But anyway, playing with Ozzy and watching him play this season drives me crazy.
I mean, he's improving since the last several times he's played, at least, so it seems.
I think I mean, I like to see his little emotional side when he got the letters and everything. I thought that was really good. And I like Cirie. I liked everything. It was so heartfelt. I was interested in why they didn't edit Jonathan's. I think he's kind of a man's man and didn't want it out there or whatever. Right. Joe's heart's just on his chest. And yeah, that literally when I finished watching Survivor, I said, that is the best TC I've ever seen that I can remember in the past. What do you guys think?
Shane?
Yeah, that was a really good one. I mean, there's a few that come to mind. Like the one that comes to mind is Heroes and Villains, like Parvati's double idol play. Like that was a really good one. And like early on, there were some good blind sides that ended coming, like some of Russell's and Samoa. But in a long time, this is by far the best one. Like I can't think of, since Heroes and Villains, a better one.
I mean, MrBeast. I mean, that was like such a game changer in Survivor. And then 2 million. And you know what? I found it odd that not a lot of people wanted. I would have totally wanted to flip the coin. Because I'm like, when I'm manifesting, like in my head, like I just kind of like, I flip the coin in my mind. That's what I'm thinking out there. And you're so clean out there. You're not drinking, you're not sleeping a lot, but you're just really grounded all the time with the universe. And so you're really connected. And he knew he was going to do it. He just knew. I mean, the letter just lit everything inside of him. Good for Devin, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Devens like needed to flip that coin because it was so obvious he was going home. Like someone like Cirie is not in danger. There's no purpose to do it, but Devens for sure, and anyone else that like felt like it could have been them. Because even Stephanie, like it clearly, because it was unanimous on her after Devens got it, so she was clearly next in line. So even she should have had that in the back of her head and maybe flip the coin.
Why go up to Cirie? You never do that. You would never, ever. And why would you? I don't understand why they don't understand that Joe is not in their alliance. Joe's floating and he's counting numbers in his head. He doesn't know that, you know, that Stephanie had the extra vote or to steal a vote. And the thing about it is she would still be in the game, I feel, had she not done it before. She should have waited. Why the hell? As soon as she did it, I screamed from my room. I was just like, well, there goes Stephanie.
Yeah.
Why would she? I mean, to be that smart. I'm sorry, Sean.
Very good. Yeah, Cirie. I mean, everybody telling Cirie everything is why they're going home. So like, it's not great for them. But to your point, Tracy, of like tribal councils, yeah, I agree with you and Shane. I mean, this is probably one of the greatest tribal councils of all time. Like Heroes versus Villains, Second Chances had some great ones. Kagiana, the Sarah Lucina boot that I thought was great at the merge, or like Caramoan with the Three Amigos and Malcolm. Like I think those are some of the other ones that stand out, but this one is definitely the best in a very long time.
Well, and you know, Jeff said, and I'll never forget it. He goes, "This is the best Survivor ever," and I just wasn't feeling it until today, yesterday. And I'm like, I was actually really excited to talk about it because Tiffany, with like, you know, I went out right after my letters,
right?
And we had more people, so I had a lot more days, but but she was 19, I was longer. But the point is that it was like just a cluster of emotional, chaotic chaos with just game changing. Like old school Survivor back on the little narrow. I know, granted, the men have their feet are bigger,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
and I think they kind of, I don't know, I think they were kind of leaning towards Ozzy.
Mhm.
That was just my thought as far as the challenge, like him not winning,
Mhm.
and definitely Jason. But yeah, you just it's a girl,
Mm.
and they know what they're doing. But I love old school, and I loved the auction back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we'll
And
definitely get
Aubrey,
that.
Aubrey with the grubs.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was crazy. I loved that. So we'll get to it here. Let's start from the top. So we are at camp after tribal, and we have Rick Devens revealing his fake idol to everyone, saying it's his pocket square idol. So I mean, at this point, I mean, pretty much everybody probably knows it's fake anyway,
Mm.
so might as well just say it, because I mean, nobody's gonna believe that it's real anymore, or he probably would have played it. And Joe, of course, is still like hung up on wanting to gun for Devens. So I kind of find this storyline really funny since like episode 2 that Joe and Devens have just not gone along.
Me too. Me too. I feel that that's one of Devin's biggest demises, because Joe is a ride or die. But then he said, he was, but then he 180'd, you know, he
Yeah.
just 180'd on Jason. I mean, just like it was like crazy what happened. I mean, I thought he just kind of like to go up and tell everybody the plan like that. I don't know why they're telling the queen bee. I just don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just it.
Shane?
But it was funny, like when Devens is revealing this, they just zoomed in on Joe's face the whole time.
Right? It's like,
And I don't know, is it just because I didn't even think Joe had like that bad of a reaction, but are they zooming in to show us like just how out of the loop Joe is, and like they're trying to set him up for failure or something? I don't know, because like you said, Tracy, I really do think Joe kind of he's just there, like floating. Like,
there.
he doesn't really know what's going on in the game, but he thinks he does, which is not
It's
good.
really affecting him. I don't know if you noticed this, but when there was smoke, do you remember the smoke? It was really affecting him at
Mhm.
camp. And he started like rubbing his eyes. I don't know if he's got some dry eye syndrome because he's a firefighter. I don't know what's quite going on. He's like a stealth. He's like just kind of staying there. And then when you think he's going to be like combative and like fire, he purges in the wrong direction. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I mean, I think he's missing multiple opportunities. He had a big one with Devin, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know he's got his like Netflix thing coming up, which I'm really proud of him for. I love it. But anyway, I'm just like glued to the TV. This Survivor has really amped me back into the height of like the first 10 seasons. Like I'm just loving it.
Yeah, like when the cast was first revealed, I wasn't like that high on it because I wish there were more of the older players and not like half new players from the new era. But actually, now that like we're almost done, I kind of like the mix, because if we had like only old school players in this new era game, it's gonna feel like weird. Like you just like time warp them into this new game. So now to like how it's more of like they're playing with the new people. Like I like that more. It's like easier.
I concur completely. And Cirie's like 8 years younger than me. And I'm thinking to myself, and Stephanie's the age I think now when I went on. And I think that one of the things that's compelling to me is that I feel that Cirie is, I mean, she's always been Cirie. I love Cirie. I mean, her game is mental. That's her game. It's not physical. It's mental, and everybody knows that. And that's why I don't know why they're not letting her out. But the way in which she's moving and stuff, I feel like she's hurting. And then she got sick,
Yeah.
at the auction and stuff. Like she's moving around, like she's moving a little slower. Like she's not moving like, I moved to 50, but I'm wondering if something's going to come up. That's in the back of my head. And she's very emotional too. Like this is her season of emotions because she never showed that many emotions before. So I'm wondering what's up.
That is crazy to me, because like I feel like that's been her the last few times on Survivor. Like Game Changers definitely started where she had the whole balance beam moment, and then here, like, yeah, she's showing way more emotions than I've ever seen her back in her like first 3 seasons. So So yeah, let's get to the auction. So we get a twist here with the auction. We get comfort or chaos. So the items, one is going to be comfort or one is going to be chaos. And so yeah, as Tracy, you mentioned, Aubrey eating the grubs for Rizzo because Rizzo won't try anything.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to try it, but I'm not good at it. Everybody vomit, the gagging sounds in the back.
Yeah.
And when they do that in the back, it makes it so hard. But Aubrey is a beast. And, you know, they knew it. She just, I mean, it would have taken me a while.
Yeah,
Right?
I think I might have been able to do it. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like I don't have the greatest sense of smell. And maybe that's like a big thing is the smell of things. So.
Yeah, there's no way
Texture.
to do it because I would throw up if I'm near like ketchup. I can't do ketchup, so I can't.
That's funny. I don't know. I mean, when you're on the island, you're hungry, and anything that's moving looks like food. You kind of, it's a mindset when you're there. I will say, you know, it is easier when you're there, but they, I don't know. I mean, like the charcuterie board and throwing up and then coming back. I mean, that's a lot to eat. You want to eat it, but you can't eat it.
Right.
Like, and when you do eat it, you're going to pay. And I love, you know, when she got the milkshake, Emily, she was like, you know, she goes, this is really going to make me poop later. And, you know, she's just so funny, you know, how she's like, I'm like, yeah, it is. You're going to be there for a bit.
I thought she was going to do the same thing she did in 45, where she just got down and danced in front of Jeff. Yeah.
Well, Aubrey kind of took that role a little bit, the way she was like dancing, eating that bug.
Yeah, where she like ran over to everybody in the bleachers and was just like showing them her grub.
No. It's hard though. I mean, it's hard. I just think once again, I do remember another one. Was it Guatemala? That was a really good one. What was the auction? Did they have the auction in Guatemala?
Yeah, that was the one where they had the family visit and Judd and Stephanie like split the money back then.
Yeah, and they went in. I love that one. That was good. But this one was just iconic.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say that. I never thought I would be saying this again.
I know.
I was just, I you know, I was like, there's no way that this is the best. And then I'm like, that was the best.
Yeah, I liked how they introed it with the flashbacks from some of the auction moments. And like, and some of the people who've been in the auctions before are back. It's none of their first times. And like, they didn't have to earn the money, lose their vote.
Yes.
Nonsense.
That was what I was so excited for. Like, it was a normal auction aside from control, like chaos or comfort. Like, it's.
And they let them keep the money because usually they make them give it back. Like, they let them keep it, which is nice.
We're going to get to it. I know we're going to get to it, but the 2 mil, oh my God.
Yeah, we'll get to it. And then, Jonathan eats a sea cucumber so Ozzy can eat mashed potatoes and chicken.
It was interesting that Jonathan like almost couldn't do it because his time was running out, when meanwhile like Aubrey just was having such an easy time with her stuff.
And it was crunching. They heard it crunch and pop. Because you know, it does. I mean, we ate some crickets out there and, you know, raw clam and stuff like that. I mean, we ate bugs, but the point is that it wasn't wiggling in my mouth. And they were big grubs. They were really big grubs, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was great.
Yeah, I did like how they kind of twisted it up by adding this like chaos component, but I kind of was expecting it to be like every item would have like something with it, and it was just like
I did too.
I was like, if you're gonna do this, go all in, at least half of them. And it didn't seem like half of them because it seemed like there were a lot of items. Like they were speeding through, like they were feeding these people a ton of food.
I was wondering in the back of my head, I was sitting when I was watching it, I said to myself, okay, so I'm wondering if they go, okay, so whoever bets, you know, they're gonna pull something up, and he's like, okay, so if they're going to elect then to say it's going to be chaos. And if he could have, you know, I didn't know about that. I was just wondering if they had any leverage in there to do that. And it was just brilliant. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, let's get to the MrBeast of it all. So Jeff calls in the biggest internet personality ever, MrBeast. And the super beware advantage. I mean, what did you guys think it was before? Like, we'd obviously find out at Tribal, but what did you both think was in this super beware advantage?
What did you think, Shane?
I didn't. I mean, I had heard rumors that there is something about doubling the prize money because apparently MrBeast does that. So I figured that part would be there. And the other part I didn't know because in the trailer I saw a coin flip, like the MrBeast coin. So I'm like, well, a coin flip kind of reminds me of like the do or die twist they did. So I was like, maybe they'll do that where if you either double the prize money or you go home. But I didn't think there'd be like safety in an idol.
Yeah,
I concur. I had no idea. I mean, I was stunned. I was like, I don't know. But what I do know is that I cannot believe people didn't want to flip the coin.
I know. Yeah,
That was me. I mean, I give you my word. I 100%. I know you go home, but how iconic. And if you're feeling it like he's feeling it, maybe they just weren't feeling it. I don't know. Maybe they were just like, I don't know. I'm not up there. And why go home if I'm not even on the chopping block? I get that. But it's MrBeast.
Yeah.
You're on Survivor.
Yeah.
And you're up in the ante $1 million. So what do you
Yeah.
think's going to happen to Devin because of that?
I think like Devens is now in a spot where he's going to be able to save himself. I mean, we'll get to that moment of like now he's going to have an idol and everything, but like I don't know. I mean, Devens could also risk it all again and like fall short because he decides to risk it too much. But
right, I feel like ultimately, like even though it is a coin flip, the fact that he put himself in that position and like now he's the one that can say I doubled the prize money for someone, like that just puts a target on him. So it makes him a bigger threat than he might already be, and he's not gonna have an easy time if he wants to make it.
Well, who do you think? Who do you think is next? I'm dying to ask you guys that. The minds of Survivor.
Emily, I could see because she's kind of tied to Devens. Joe's not going anywhere. There's no need to take him out. Aubrey, maybe. I guess Aubrey's name was out here, and it seemed like everyone was on board with it. And then when the votes came in, only Stephanie voted Aubrey. So, like, I don't know. Maybe Aubrey has some special mist, and she's in everyone's good graces too. And if they're gonna like kind of flip and go away from that, like Devens, Emily's side, maybe they try to take a shot at Ozzy, but he has the idol, so I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly think that Ozzy could go home with the idol in his pocket again. As much as he says he doesn't want to do it, I almost think that's what the story is building up to. So I'm worried for Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy. The thing about Ozzy is definitely playing a totally different game this season, but yet he's, he knew that he had to go with Cirie because Cirie was going to be, his backbone. She's kept him in on 2 votes.
Yeah.
Maybe possibly 3. But I mean, if they don't make a move, I don't know the challenge that they're going to put on Wednesday night is going to be Telltale. It's going to be Survivor's got to toss it up right now because they know that here we go. So we're going to have, we've got to move the needle in a direction. I have a feeling it might be Emily next. I think Aubrey's going to pull it out because she's such a badass. I really love her. I mean, she's a beast.
Yeah, I've always liked Aubrey. And then we met her at the watch party in Boston a few weeks ago, and like that was amazing.
Yes.
I feel like this season it's kind of weird. Like I don't exactly know how she's doing. Like she's clearly in people's good graces, but she's had a more low-key edit. So I wish we saw more. But like she's always gonna be one of my favorites.
Nobody could have. I mean, I concur. Nobody could have more of a low-key edit than Joe, though. I'm like.
Yeah, I just think like from like episode 2 when he fought with Devens and like everybody was just like talking about how stuck in his ways he was. I was just like, okay, Joe's probably like a 0 vote finalist this time. So.
Did you guys catch at going back to the auction? Did you catch when Jeff goes, "Wow, even Cirie is standing up"? Did you hear that? Did y'all catch that? I was like, yeah. She's like always sitting there, but she's. I'm telling you, I was really rooting for Stephanie. Stephanie blew it.
Yeah.
And do you guys have any insight from anybody else you've talked to about, I'm just want to get, other feedback. Why would she say something before the vote?
I think because of her relationship with Cirie, they've played so many shows together, like the Snake in the Grass, Traitors.
No, I mean before they voted. Why would, because she could have used it after they wrote everybody's name down, but she already said she was stealing a vote.
Oh, the steal a vote
yeah.
you have to use before you cast.
It was before?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay, yeah.
Got it.
I see what you're saying
What I
now.
was asking.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think like, yeah, I honestly thought beforehand like Stephanie was going to make it a lot farther, and then she just completely misplayed this episode.
Yeah. Because I thought she was in a good spot, and like based on last week, I wouldn't have predicted her going this week. Because I think back to like when Q went home early on, it seemed like Stephanie was for sure next, and then all of a sudden she's not next, and she's in everyone's good graces. So clearly she was playing a really good social game, but it just seems like it fell apart all at once.
She's a threat, and gosh, man, after this episode, I'm really, really. I mean, Tiff, you can't let her get too far. She's a challenge beast.
Yeah.
Right.
From day one, right?
Mm-hmm.
From day one. I mean, she's been there, like, it's been great. Even she's been assisting and like untying the knots at the very beginning. And she's like, I mean, maybe she braids or whatever, because, I mean, I don't know, but she was, I've never seen anybody untie knots faster than that in my life.
Crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
She's really impressing me.
Yeah, and she's like the typical archetype that wins these all-star seasons. Like, Amber, Parvati,
Yes.
like Tiffany's kind of like that. So they should think about that as well, like that meta of it all, and get rid of her, or else she'll just float by and be the winner.
Yeah, I can totally see that with Tiffany. Like, it is crazy because it happens every season with an under the radar woman. So.
Yeah, it does. So you guys don't have much faith in Jonathan, right?
I'm impressed with his game. Like, it's a big turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually think he's playing an impressive strategic game, but I fear that like it's not landing with the jury, and he's alienating people. So he's just not as likable. And ultimately, I feel like they'll respect strategy, but they want to vote for someone they like as well. So if he's sitting, like, let's say he makes it to the end, if he's with someone that played a equally strategic game as him, it's more likable, then they'll get the votes.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jonathan has to watch out for like the jury's perception of how he's been playing, and like I don't know that I see him necessarily getting the votes either, but I do agree with Shane that he is playing more outwardly strategically than he was in 42.
Yeah, but I
agree
that far, because I don't think there's a reason to vote him out yet. And then because I don't know that the others necessarily know what he's doing, they're attributing those moves to other people. So if they figure it out, it will be, maybe final 6 or final 5, and then they try to get him out. But if not, he'll be at the end and then see him as a threat, and then it's up to him to convince them.
But do they know he's Boston Rob's neighbor? Do they know that? I mean,
like they probably do.
Rob really wants them to win.
Yeah.
I feel like they probably do. I feel like that's pretty public knowledge. I mean, with someone as big as Boston Rob, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure people knew, like, Game Changers, what Russell Hantz went to, like, multiple people and told them to vote out Sandra, or, like, Caleb, and, like, everybody pretty much knew about that. So.
Yeah, I called him Jason. I was thinking of my season. But anyway, and I met Jonathan, but so edit that out. Anyway, yeah. So it's been interesting watching the people that you've played with play again. I mean, and I love the commentation that we had where she said, she was, I think it was Stephanie. Was Stephanie say it? She was talking about, Aubrey, how many times they've all played and what they're thinking about now. I mean, I love that, because it was like, that is so true. And how do you play? So Cerie's played the most.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's played the most. And I'm just not convinced that Cirie deserves to win. But
Fair.
but I love Cirie. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
Right.
she's always been kind to me, and you know, she wouldn't help me on my season, and I had gone to her just like Stephanie did and tried to talk to her, but she leveled up. She leveled up. She said, "Hey, I'm going to write your name down because that's what we're doing," and that was Stephanie's demise too, that she didn't do that. But I don't know. I just don't think she deserves. How good you get so good playing so many seasons. I mean, right? What is it that you do? You know the producers, you know the edits, you know everything. I mean, so it's like isn't that a huge advantage?
Yeah, that's something I never thought about, but it makes a lot of sense. Like you're more comfortable there where someone like Rizzo, who just played and now he's coming back, like he doesn't know what it's like to be a returning player. He didn't get to watch his season on TV where she's seen the perception. She, knows the routine of how to do confessionals and all of that stuff. I do think like based on the way she's playing though, like this is at this point probably her second best game. Micronesia obviously her best because that one,
I concur. Her
they
best.
took her to the end thinking it was a final three.
Right.
That's on Amanda and
Just down to like, and Amanda did the same thing. Amanda left China, James as well, and they came right. They didn't get to see their edits and stuff, and that was a big deal too, because for me, after seeing my edits, I'm like, oh man, and it really is different, but she's got it down, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I mean, they're okay. So when my producer left. Up after my season, and he left, and we had a new producer come in, and so they used to show all of everyone, and then as you got voted off, you didn't get the edit again when Survivor was opening. It was only the current players that were not voted off. You remember that?
Yeah.
They've gone hog wild on this one. I mean, they have put red carpet. They have done. I mean, Cirie's doing Lazy Boy. I mean, she's doing like weight loss. I mean, she's everywhere. They have the red carpets. They have everything. They have the morning show. They used to have the morning show until my season, I think or one before me. And you would go in. They're doing all of that now, and it's great. You can't lose when you have that much love in the game. And I had no idea so many people that were world famous. Billie Eilish, everybody that loved it. And I did not like Jimmy Fallon's. That was horrible with Christian. I wanted him to say he was so great to watch.
Yeah. Christian was a lot of fun this season, and like I would be irate too if I had to vote for myself.
That was so horrible. And why did they allow it? What do you guys think of that?
I think that like Jeff was just excited that Jimmy Fallon like sent him another idea, because I'm pretty sure Jimmy Fallon has come up with ideas that have made it on the show in the past, like Island of the Idols. I believe the shack that stands up was Jimmy Fallon's idea, and so I think he's just like, well, Jimmy Fallon is another idea, let's just put it on the show, because Jimmy Fallon's been with us for a very long time.
But Christian's he was so good at puzzles. What do you think? You think it was just like deprivation from like food or like what, sleep? Like what was it? What made him so, like, I felt like he should have had that puzzle, right?
I thought so too. Yeah.
I think it's the pressure of the situation too, because like I consider myself good at puzzles and like those mental things, but even sometimes if you say like, oh, I need to do this in X amount of time, or like you put pressure on yourself, it's harder. And I've never been in a situation like that where you're, on an island, you might lose your vote, you're on this little barge and all that.
And the anchor's going in. I mean, that was so tedious. That was mental. It was very mental. I wonder if he thought of that too. You think he did? The anchors and everything? You think that was all him, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think they were taking some of the ideas from 47 when Rachel did it, but like I do think like specifically the advantage itself was obviously Jimmy, and then like I don't know. I think maybe Jimmy Fallon like saw Rachel Lamont do it and was like, okay, I want to put my idea on that.
Yeah.
So let's hit the scramble before the tribal. So a lot of stuff goes haywire. We have Jonathan wants to gun for Ozzy. Then he goes to Steph and says Ozzy's after her. So then they approach Devens. Then Cirie is upset Steph lied, so Cirie guns for Stephanie. Ozzy drops Steph to
crazy.
Jonathan, and Steph is trying to suggest Rizzo. So it's just a whole big thing of a bunch of names. Half the cast that is left gets their name thrown out. So this is insane.
And you have, once again, you have Christian sitting there. He was like sitting there going, and he goes, "This would be really fun to play in. This is really like this. I really want to be up there." And you just felt it. And then you have Chrissy, you have Coach, just having them at TC with this going on, and Steph's getting voted out. I mean, Jeff nailed it. He said this is probably, and he said that before on other seasons, but I do believe he is sincere with the fact that this is probably one of the. I walked out after seeing it, and I said, because I go watch it alone, and I said that was one of the most iconic TCs I've ever seen. My husband will tell you, he's just walking by. He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." It was kick ass. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree completely. I mean, there was just so much fun stuff going on. Also, I liked mentioning Christian there on the jury when like Christian and Coach like put their heads next to each other. I don't know. It reminded me of like the Dumb and Dumber movie poster. Honestly,
That's right. That's so
Oh
good.
yeah.
That's so true. I love that. That is so good.
I was
And he's
happy.
rocking him. He's rocking him.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really funny. And then yeah, like I also found Rizzo's point with Stephanie of like throwing out a name or not throwing out a name. I found that really interesting because it's like it is sometimes very frustrating when people are throwing out names or not throwing out names. I think that's like a huge dilemma in Survivor.
I
So
agree, Jake. I really do. I'm right. I agree with you, concur completely. And I think Rizzo just stepped his game up. I think that Rizzo has just been playing. He is just right there. I mean, he's right there.
Mhm.
No, nobody's everybody. He gets. I don't know who. I mean, my gosh. I feel Cirie and Rizzo because What do you think?
yeah, Shane.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Rizzo. I mean, I was impressed with him in 49, but
Mhm.
I'm very impressed here because we kind of, well, I mean, we saw what happened to Savannah where she pretty much had no shot, but like also she was the winner. So there's that added thing. But also, they clearly know what happened with Rizzo because even at the beginning of the episode, Devens is like, "Oh, I pulled a Rizzo. I didn't play my idol." So like, if they knew about Rizzo's game, then they know how threatening he is. But somehow he's like integrating himself socially so well, it hasn't been targeted. I think
Right.
he did really well aligning with Ozzy and Cirie because those are really good people to insulate him.
Oh
The
yeah.
only concern would be if you want to go to the end with them, can you do that?
Yeah, that's the dilemma of how is Rizzo going to win this game against two like bona fide legends of this game.
You think we'll get the teacup challenge for Cirie at the end?
Oh yeah, the
Stacking the
redo.
cups. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could.
Stacking.
We could. I think
Didn't we have to vote? Like, wasn't one of the fan votes on the final immunity challenge? And there
I
were
think
like three options.
yeah, I think it was
Whatever.
the teacups was one of them, if I remember. I can't remember the other options, but I definitely
Emotion was one. I know that.
which
I
was
mean, it was crazy.
Emotion.
oh Samotion. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't realize when you're out there, just pick up, something and hold it out there for like,
Right.
yeah. And then, you add all the elements of what you're going through. The pain inside of your muscles. And I think the worst are the feet.
Yeah.
The feet, because the feet are really damaged.
Yeah.
And the board ones, like the little, when you're you have to go down a run, and they have the walls, and they've done it.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's really hard, especially if you have a bunion or you have like pins. I have like 4 pins. I went with 4 pins in my right foot, and I was like, please don't do that challenge. But I would do it, but it's gonna hurt, and you just know it. But Ozzy's really impressed me with the way in which he's completely different. He's not Jungle Boy anymore. I'm Jungle Man. I'm not Jungle Boy. I'm Jungle Man. But I love the challenges, and I loved last season's challenges. I loved them. Episode. I meant episode.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, I think like those feat challenges, as you mentioned, Tracy, like we just covered Australian Survivor on the channel, and the final challenges usually have something to do with something like stuck in your foot. Like this past season, Jackson, the wrestler, he basically was in so much pain, probably the most pain I've ever seen someone in doing the challenge and having like spikes, like they're standing on like a very like small like peg, and he was in so much pain.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I need to watch that, don't I?
It's a lot of fun. Australian Survivor is great. There's 12 seasons plus Cirie did play in Australia versus the
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Right after
very
Traders. Yeah,
cool.
she did Trader. I'm sorry, she did
Yeah.
Traders and then went, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. But yeah, Australian Survivor has like that old school feel. So if you like that and miss that, go check it out.
I guess I miss it because I was in it, and
right.
yeah, but I do appreciate this. Whatever they decided, I wasn't on board until this last episode. Like I was okay with it, but I was, now I get it. Like it just clicked. And like they know what they're doing, they're Survivor. And Jeff made a comment, and it was on TikTok or something. He was saying, this is not a winner edit. I'm tired of everybody saying it's a winner edit, and I was talking about the edits and I get where he's coming from. And now I appreciate the fact that he was like, this is the best. I don't understand why he did the challenge.
Yeah.
You understand that?
No, I think it was like a bet from Jimmy Fallon, but yeah, it seemed to me, I'm like, I don't really care either way. It just seemed a little like silly for him to be there doing
But I
it.
thought I didn't understand that at all. I mean, I could have done away with that. So that left me with a bad taste. But this one just polished everything. It just went, okay, I got you. We're going down. It's getting good. This is going to be, I think it is going to be one of the most epic Survivors in the history of Survivor. It has to be. Look at where we are.
Yeah, I generally have really high opinions of most returning player seasons, like yours, Tracy, of course, and like half returning player or anything with returning players. But like sometimes I don't like how certain boot orders go, but generally, yeah, most All-Star seasons are pretty high up.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this boot order has actually been good. Like some people
Yes.
terrible, but I'm like, the people I didn't really want to see for the most part went early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I wanted Chrissy's spot.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yep, I didn't get it.
Did they call you for the season?
No, I didn't. I was told to stay, that they would be in touch. And then and then I knew. And then I was like, okay, they're not going to call me back. So anyway, it was all good. And then that was it. And I really wanted to go on. And I really think it maybe, I mean, can you imagine with me, Cirie, and Ozzy on the island together?
Yeah.
Kind of made sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing they need to do is another second chance season.
Yes.
That went really well, and I really like everyone just had such a fire in them, and it was like a good mix of people, like some people that are overlooked, and I feel like you've clearly been overlooked and should have been. I mean, you should have been in contention for Cambodia, in my opinion. But like,
I wanted to go so bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
So bad, Shane.
It's so weird to me who they overlook, and like I don't really get it. Like I feel like they should have as many good options on the table as possible. Also, it's like a lot of people that got snubbed from second chances or being on the ballot and they didn't make it, like they only brought back two because like they're friends with Brad Culpepper and Troyzan, and like they didn't get anybody else that got snubbed back. So
yeah, I mean, I get like, I know Jerry Manthe was really butthurt.
Oh yeah.
She was.
She's mad. She's really mad. But Jerry played a great game though too. She did. Yeah. You got to give her, Jerry's great. Colby, he just wasn't in it. He wasn't feeling it. This season. Yeah. He got injured. I get it, and it's painful. Like when Chet had his foot hurt on my season, I mean, he wanted to go off, but he was so sick and he got so much grief. Even for him to be in the challenge where Chet was dragged, I don't even know how he was in that because he had so much infection. But the point is that, when you get injured, and it sucks. You've got to stay healthy out there. And I think that's why Cirie is smart. I think that's why she, doesn't get too aggressive in challenges, and she lays back when they were going to exile, she knew that she needed to go. She knew there was going to be, an advantage there when she went. She knew it. But then it's not going to be 2 advantages in a row. So she didn't want to go. She stayed back, I mean, she's playing it perfect.
Yeah,
Can't
exactly.
get any better. Yeah.
So yeah, the tribal council, aside from what we've discussed, so Devens gets an idol and immunity. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, are there any other predictions for next week, Tracy? Like, what do you think is going to happen next week on Survivor 50?
I'm hoping that Joe wakes up.
Yeah.
I'm praying that, and I think she's panicked. She knows she's on the chopping block. So if Emily can convince Rizzo, which I don't know because he's with Cirie, you got to get Joe, and you've got to get Emily, and they gotta bust up. You got to get Cirie and Ozzy. You got to get one of them out. You have to. One of them has to get. I mean, or if you don't bust them up, they're going.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, especially because Ozzy is in every immunity challenge. He's almost winning it, and he has a public idol. So if you don't take him out sooner rather than later, he could just get to the end by default at that point.
He hasn't played the idol. I mean, Stephanie made sense. She's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And she told him. Why did she tell him? Why did she say, oh, I've got, a steal your vote? And I'm like, oh my God. I think, they needed less time to fantasize about their outcomes that they wanted, I mean, it was just, but anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Woulda, coulda.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, I think honestly Devens is going to be safe unless he does something way too risky. So I'll say they might get it off on Ozzy, or we might just see Emily end up going. That's probably my prediction.
You think it's Emily?
Yeah, Emily or Ozzy. So
well, if they lose Emily, then you can rest assured. I mean, Devin, his head's so far up Cirie's ass right now, and he played it beautiful. It was just beautiful. He, in my opinion, and I'm telling you right now, thank God for his wife, because that letter it was like a thunderbolt through his soul, and it just completely just redid everything in his mind and his mindset. He's always kind of been like that, and known for lying and stuff. But that's everybody lies on Survivor.
Right.
They all lie.
True.
But I don't know. Devin just he really earned it.
Didn't
he?
I think so. Yeah. I was
100% was correct in flipping that coin.
Yes.
Did you pick the beast? Did you pick the beast side of the coin? Did you pick the beast? I did.
I didn't even bet on it.
Yeah.
I was like, Beast, go with it. You got him standing beside you. You have to do that. And Rizzo was like, the torch, tails. Yeah. I was like, no, heads, go. And he did it. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that I wonder if and when it's going to happen, because I'm just doing the math and there's 3 episodes left, and like finales typically in the new era have 5 people, but they've done them with 6. So we're probably going to have a 6-person finale. But if so, we need a double. So it has to be next week or the week after. But like, I wonder how they would do it, because they could do a split tribal at final 8, but that's like 2 groups of 4. That's too small in my opinion. So maybe they do kind of like what they did in Redemption Island, where they vote and then they're like, we're gonna do a challenge right here at tribal and have another vote right away.
Yeah.
I agree. I concur. You can expect a big twist. The best is yet to come.
Agreed.
And it's definitely going to be more people.
Another way I have done it before in like online games that I run, although Survivor's never done this, is doing the 2 highest vote getters go home.
Yes.
Everyone votes, but the 2 people with the highest vote counts go. And like that adds an added layer of strategy, because you need to make sure you have votes on 2 people, and it's not like one person with 1 vote that's enough to send them home.
Yeah.
I also think they might do more people at the end. Can you imagine coach's vote? It's so bad. I mean, and Christian, I mean, I don't even know. It's they're gonna gun. Do you think who do you think is gonna vote for who in the end?
I mean, it depends who's there at this point. I mean, if Cirie is there, I feel like she gets a lot of votes. Like,
Yeah.
she just wins by default at that
I
point.
I think Coach votes for Joe or Jonathan, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That bro deal was busted. I mean, completely. I don't.
Stephanie, I don't know, because Stephanie, like, she was kind of with Jonathan, like, if he were to make it, but then again, like, Jonathan and Joe both voted Stephanie off last night, so I don't know how she feels.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened? I mean, he just did everything that Ozzy said, and what I mean, he needs to understand that Ozzy is running the show. Everyone needs to understand that Ozzy and Cirie, she is not going to let Ozzy go.
No.
Ever. She says, I'm not ready. She's never going to be ready to let Ozzy go. She's taking him.
Right.
Y'all agree. You concur with that, right?
Oh, yeah. Because she knows he's protecting her, and she knows she can beat him at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's do our final thing, Tracy. Player of the episode. Who is your favorite player of this episode?
It'd have to be Devin.
Yeah. I'm in complete agreement. I'm also picking Rick Devens because that coin flip and everything that he did this episode was just so fun.
Yeah, Devins is my man.
Yeah.
I'll be different, and I'm gonna pick Aubrey
Ooh.
because the
was good too.
fun, and I don't see it yet, but she had a confessional that I loved, and I know we talked about how Jeff said there's no winner edit, but it screamed winner edit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, some players like Michelle in my season came out really strong at the end and beat me, so maybe it's time to come out really strong in this end stretch of the game and win.
You really know your stuff. I'm telling you, both of you do, because that is so accurate. And I'm letting you know right now. I mean, if you really sit back and pay attention to what Jeff asks, he'll parlay it for you.
Yeah.
He will. He'll parlay it for you. I want to say one thing to you guys before we wrap, just really quick. Have you guys seen all the videos online about the Watertown whiskey with Mikey B?
Yeah, I've tried it because I'm in Boston and he's from here. So he was at one of the watch parties. It was really good.
Yeah. So he just sent me the bottle, and
That's awesome.
I want to make sure that you guys at Low Sugar. So you tried it and liked it?
Yeah, I tried that one, and then he had one. It had like cream in it, and that was even better.
Yeah, this is like, he's killing it. He just left Palm Beach. He flew out here with this for the company, and he just sent this to me, and I'm going to try it. And it's supposed to be amazing, low sugar. And I love good whiskey. Yeah,
because I like coconut flavored things too. So it makes it good.
He said it's all the survivors. Cirie did it. Everybody's doing it. Coach, everybody. Yeah.
Where is he based? Because it's Watertown for Watertown, Mass, but he's not here anymore though.
He's in Cali.
Okay.
Well, thank you all, Tracy. Thank you for coming on, and thank you all for watching us. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you all next time on the Tribe of Nerds.